Welcome back to Free Media. I'm Robby Soave.
And I'm Amber Duke. Democratic Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett is under fire for recent comments she made about Republican Texas Governor Greg Abbott. You gotta see it to believe it.
Because we in these hot-ass Texas streets, honey. Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now. And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot-ass mess, honey. So yes.
Ooh, we had to bleep this when we talked about it on Rising, so it was fun to play it with the spicy language in there. In case anyone is confused as to why this is offensive, Texas Governor Greg Abbott is in a wheelchair. He's been in a wheelchair for a long time,
like
I think.
40 years,
yeah.
I think.
So that was, she said, Hot Wheels. That was a dig at his disability status. She was speaking at the Human Rights Campaign dinner awards thing, so that's fun.
Yeah, I wonder when their statement is going to come out.
I wonder
condemning
how they
her
feel
language.
about that.
Yeah.
They are assuredly mulling that right now, and perhaps will have produced one by the time this video goes up.
Maybe
is there
not.
anyone else who should be weighing in on this, Amber?
Well, apparently, I just found this out shortly before taping that Jasmine Crockett recently received a champion award from two pro-disability advocate groups, including the National Institute for the Blind and Source America, which is a nonprofit that is dedicated to providing job opportunities to disabled people. Governor Greg Abbott has a job, but apparently not worthy of the respect that these organizations gave to Jasmine Crockett.
You know, and I'll be real, I'm not a big pearl clutcher over insulting or mean language in politics. I think people are often they're always trying to connect that to more violence or disrespect or incivility happening, and the evidence for that is so weak. There's been really aggressive, inflammatory language used in politics since the founding and before, so I don't personally care that much, but these are always wielded in such bad faith by one tribe or the other, trying to say our enemies are so incivil and they're so callous and so cruel, but we're good, upstanding, moral people who prize civility and how we just talk to each other and we don't put emotion into it. That's just lies. Both sides do this. So I only object to it when it's to point out that, see, you do it too.
Yeah, it's the hypocrisy that is at issue here. I similarly was not like outraged or offended or oh my God, how
we're hard to
dare she.
offend, I think.
We are.
I don't know, we have thick skin.
I think we do. And plus, like, I've thought about beating you with a cane multiple times.
No, Amber, no.
No, I'm just kidding. But she also recently said something about like punching Ted Cruz or like hitting her with the head, and a lot of people freaked out about that. And I'm like, obviously she's talking figuratively, the same way that Trump was not literally saying people should fight on January 6th.
Right.
So yeah, it's hard for me to get spun up about these things. I just think she's a nasty hypocrite, and she's always running around Congress trying to grab some moral high ground against like Marjorie Taylor Greene or what have you. But she's just as nasty and infectious as the people that she claims to despise.
They're all nasty. They're all trying to create television, like they're on a reality TV mindset, like a Desperate Housewife, Real Housewives, right?
Housewives,
was that what it is?
Yeah.
I actually don't watch it.
Me neither.
Trying to create those kinds of reality TV moments, like turning our politics into entertainment, and
then they fundraise off of it.
They
make T-shirts and they fundraise.
Yeah. Whether this is a good strategy for the resistance is anyone's guess. I know some like liberal people have been excited about her because she's really fighting, and I'm like, but how? By just being on TV, being more the center of attention? Right. But, go off, girl.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like fighting to me, but what do I know? With the Democrats' approval rating being perhaps its lowest in history, it's at what, like 6%?
It's not
10%?
good.
It's really, really low.
It's really bad.
I would think that they would find better uses of their time. Clearly, the voters don't like this, and yet there's this former Media Matters researcher that's running for Congress in Illinois.
I know who you mean. I don't know where it is.
And of course, her campaign video has her like dropping the F-bomb and dropping the S-bomb. It's like, oh, you're so relatable. It's all so silly to me. It's so inauthentic, and They're like trying to play a caricature part as
Right.
opposed to just actually talking about what matters to people.
Meanwhile, Gen Z has become the most right-wing and Trump-supporting generation, according to the latest
Yeah.
polling. It's wild. It's crazy how Trump-supporting young people are. There was some David Shore analysis in the New York Times from last week about how like Trump won like Black 18-year-old males.
Crazy.
There's a big gender gap now, but the gender gap is least bad among young people. I mean, the Republicans are doing so well with young men of any ethnicity. It's incredible. And meanwhile, the Democratic support base is increasingly female and wealthier and more elite educated and older.
Yeah, it's like
much
boomer
older.
white women and Gen X white women.
Yeah.
And their tone is so school marmish and annoying.
Yeah.
That does not play well with young people.
It's not working.
No.
They need a new...
It doesn't play well with anyone,
doesn't
really.
play well with anyone.
Like, who wants to be nagged?
Not I.
I try not to nag.
You try not. You just you opt for physical violence. When
Yes.
you're beating me with the cane. Yeah. Well, I'm glad to skate by alive with one more week. Catch us next week with more free media. Thanks so much for watching our show. Please like, share, and subscribe. The channel is Reason Free Media. We appreciate it. Bye-bye.